How's it going, guys? I'm Brock with Forgotten Coast Fly Company. We are a fly shop located in Apalachicola, Florida. I just wanted to do a quick introduction on what this channel is going to consist of. We will be doing a lot of simple fly tying tutorials to try to help you guys get better on the vise, as well as doing some product reviews, and we'll have some people come in from time to time to talk to you guys about how to maximize your time on the water. And I just wanted to say we really appreciate your guys' support for the shop. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into what we're going to do today. We're going to be tying a little redfish pattern up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with it. All right, guys, before we get started, I just want to show you guys the materials we're going to be using. So we're going to use a SC15, just size 1 Gamakatsu. And then we will be using just some medium Krystal flash, orange preferably, for just a hot spot. We're going to use some of these little Shrimpy legs by Hareline. To be honest, whatever natural color you have will work for this fly. We're going to use some of this tying fur that we carry. It's similar to craft fur. Let's see, then we're gonna use just small lead orange dumbbell eyes, and then we're gonna use for the body just some 1-inch tarantula. So yeah, let's get started with tying. We're gonna start with just a small base. Just go ahead and wrap all the way back to the bend of the hook where it starts to go down. Right about there. You go ahead and trim your excess. We're going to start out with the hot spot with just your Krystal flash. So you're going to go ahead and put your chenille in. I like to put it kind of where it bends in the back of the hook. And you want to just do a few wraps just till it kind of forms a little ball. That's probably good. Just go ahead and lock it down. Let's see. Trim your excess. All right, now we're going to tie in the shrimp eyes. These easy shrimp eyes are super nice to tie in. They just make it way easier. You want to kind of bend them out. That way they'll show pretty good. Just lock that in all the way up. You don't have to go all the way up. You can trim it off if you would like. All right, once you have your eyes locked in, we're gonna put in our tying fur. You wanna kind of just brush it with your fingers, get all the loose hairs out. I'll show you all how I lock this in. So you're gonna bring your thread up, Put it in between your pointer finger and your thumb, and then just slide it down. Locks it in. So you've got it like that. Kind of brush it, fix it how you want it to sit on your fly. I like to wrap it around the hook just a little bit. Once you got that, you can do a few loose wraps and start getting them tighter as you go forward. Then what I'm going to do is just trim that excess off. Up front. Get it the best you can. You're going to hide it with your thread, but the less you have on there when you wrap, the better. Then go ahead and do some tight wraps towards the front of the hook. Once we've got that tied in, we're going to put in our crazy legs, shrimp legs. There's a bunch of different ways to do this. I'll show you how I like to do it personally. So you're just going to grab your legs, stretch them, put them underneath the hook in front of the thread, bring them up, then pull them back. Then you're just going to do a few wraps around those legs. There we go. Alright, once we have the legs tied in, we're going to get our Palmering chenille. So this is just going to add a little bit of flash to the fly. You know, go crazy with the flash if you like a lot. Do more wraps, but we're just going to do just a little bit here. So you want to tie in the chenille with the flash facing the back of the fly. So that's the way you're going to wrap it. Once you have that locked in, go ahead and bring it straight up and down and brush that flash to the back of the fly. This will make it a lot easier on you when you go to palmer it. So we're going to go ahead and do about 3 wraps. And as you go to wrap, just pull that flash back. So 2 and 3. All right. And just pull all that loose flash you've got hanging around back. I like to pinch it when I go to tie this portion in. Go ahead and lock it in there. All right. Then trim your excess flash off, just like so. All right. Once you're done palmering, we're going to go ahead and put the lead eye in. I like to put it not all the way at the front because that way you'll have room if you just kind of slide it back just a bit. This way it'll give you room to whip finish and it just looks cleaner that way. Sorry if I'm covering the fly up. Alright, once you got your eyes tied in, you can grab your Tarantula brush. And go ahead and tie it into the back. And this is going to be your body. So when you go to wrap it, you want to make it tighter wraps. You want it even. It just makes the fly look better in the end. So you go ahead and kind of brush it out just a little bit, clean it up. And just start wrapping towards the front of the fly, like so. I like to brush it back as I go forward. Just with your fingers, just pull it back a little bit when you go to wrap it. Bring it all the way to the back of these dumbbell eyes. Alrighty. And you're just gonna lock that in, just bring your thread around. Just do a few wraps right there. Then you're gonna trim the excess brush. I recommend you use some scissors that are already dull, because that will dull scissors quickly. And once you've done that, we're gonna go ahead and whip finish it. I like to do about 5. You know, if you're using a finish glue, however many you want. And you can either trim this tarantula or just brush it out. If you want it to be buggier, keep that tarantula on there. If you want it to look a little cleaner, trim it down. I'm going to trim it down just a little bit. When you're trimming this brush, these scissors are super nice to have. Just longer razor scissors. Just goes for a cleaner cut. But that's pretty much it, guys. So show y'all some close-ups of the fly. Make sure to trim these legs just a little bit, just to your liking. You can do a lot of different variations of this fly. Really anything that eats a shrimp will eat this, but. Alright guys, appreciate y'all watching the video. I hope that helped y'all learn a new fly. I'll put all the materials that we used in the description, but come check out the shop. We're in Apalachicola, Florida, and we'd love to see y'all. So yeah, thank you guys.